Hello everyone. What you're looking at is a disassembled General Electric B-36 beam turret. There are three types of turrets found on the B-36: the nose, the beam, and the tail. A little bit of downtime on my B-36 build, so I've done a little organizing in the garage. It's taken me a couple of years to get this thing apart, and I finally succeeded last night. I thought I'd show you everything. Let's start down here with the small stuff. This is the electronics package, the harness, the junction box that resides on the bottom of the turret. I'm not sure what this is. Has to do something with azimuth and elevation. Seems to be hollow with nothing in there. I don't recall emptying it. These, of course, are your 20mm ammunition chutes. They're in awfully bad shape, just as everything else on this turret. It's a very long-term project. These are your drive motors. The left one being the azimuth and the right one being the elevation. Very big, robust DC 28-volt motors. I'm going to find a data plate on here and get you an amperage. Wow. There they are. All I know is it's going to be really hard powering these things. Everything works. Everything turns freely. Just finding a DC 28-volt power supply with a given amount of amperage on these things. Next up is your outer ring. This is made out of one piece of cast magnesium. It does not weigh very much. Next up is your inner ring. The part that's missing that I don't have out, I can't remember what it's called, but it goes up and it follows the line of the turret, of the elevation, and it restricts the turrets from firing upon given positions on that thing, which represent places on the aircraft: the fuselage, the wings, and the tail. I think it's called, maybe it's an interrupter, but something more fancy than that. This is your gun basket. This is a later model turret. This is a dynamic turret because it's spring-loaded. These are your dampers, recoil springs. This is where the 20mm cannon baskets mounted. I don't have the front mounts, but the rear mounts are intact. These are your chutes for the 20mm casings. The earlier turrets from the B1 series, or the A and the B series, they were static, meaning they did not have these recoil systems. And of course, this is your turret cover. It's in awfully bad shape, but I've pieced it together over the years. These are your access doors. I have all the detailed technical manuals on these things, but in terms of my memory, I can't recall everything about these. That goes on to that. That goes on to that. When this thing is assembled with excluding the 20mm cannon, think it weighs about 400 and some pounds. Recently, after several attempts over the years, I had to cut this in order to free up the inner ring. As you can see, it's gilded, serious corrosion. I tried heating it, I tried penetrating oil, WD-40, soaking it, shocking it for hours, and it wouldn't budge. So last night I cut it, and it popped right out of there like it was nothing. Go ahead and take this cover off, give you a little view of the inside of the Interestingly, these turrets are primarily made out of magnesium, but these panels are made out of brass. A lot of the B-36 electrical component boxes are made out of brass. You can see this front area is also made out of brass. See this rounded area with the holes, those attached to these holes on the inner turret ring. This too is made out of brass. Does not weigh a thing. Well, this is probably the first time that anybody has seen one of these disassembled before, so I hope you all have enjoyed this. You may see periodic updates here and there, but right now I'm just had a little bit of downtime with the B-36 build. I'll see y'all next time.